This scale highlights a single coordinate, 8,400,000, the Vedic mathematical odds against possessing your current human body. The dots organize into evolutionary tiers, mapping the path of transmigration through millions of biological forms before culminating in a human birth. The irony is that after winning this lottery, we often use the resulting body for the exact same functions as the animals we preceded. Just like them, we simply eat, we sleep, we mate, and we defend our territory. Reducing the most sophisticated biological system in the universe to a tool for basic survival is more than an oversight. It is the waste of a rare opportunity that took millions of lifetimes to reach. The ancient king Lord Rishabhadeva warned his sons that the human form was not designed for the level of sense gratification found in animals. He argued that the machine we occupy was built for a higher objective. That objective is self-realization. This is the understanding that your identity is not the physical matter of the body, but the conscious observer within. In this schematic, the body is shown as a yantra, a temporary machine or dress. While the biological layers eventually decay and fall away, the glowing core in the center, the eternal spirit soul, remains untouched. This machine is the ultimate vehicle for enlightenment. However, if you operate it without understanding its true mechanical nature, it becomes a trap that tethers you to the material world. The primary challenge of the human machine is its sensory array. Sight, sound, and touch provide such constant high-definition data that they can easily hijack a person's entire sense of self. To master these inputs, the great king Vishvamitra Muni abandoned his empire for the forest. He practiced extreme sensory deprivation, sitting perfectly still for years as the seasons accelerated around him. He was close to total discipline, but the heavens sent Menaka to test him. He didn't even need to see her. The mere sound of her tinkling bangles was enough to bypass his mental defenses. His meditation shattered instantly. In a single moment, years of rigid discipline collapsed, and he fell back into the illusion that his happiness depended on material, bodily contact. Vishvamitra's story suggests that if raw sensory data can overpower even the most disciplined mind in isolation, then sheer willpower alone cannot solve the human condition. We see this failure on a psychological level with the warrior Arjuna. On the edge of a massive civil war at Kurukshetra, he was so paralyzed by grief that he dropped his bow and refused to fight. His paralysis was caused by the bodily concept of life. He looked at the opposing army and saw grandfathers and teachers, falsely identifying their eternal selves with the temporary physical bodies he was being asked to strike. This chart of labels, American, rich, poor, or professional, creates a blinding illusion. We become so absorbed in these temporary societal designations that we forget they are merely parts of the machine's programming. This trap is universal. Whether in a Western metropolis or a crowded tram in Kolkata, the struggle to distinguish the driver from the vehicle remains exactly the same. Arjuna's crisis is the human crisis. It is the mistake of confusing the temporary dress of the machine for the eternal person who is wearing it. Krishna, acting as the ultimate teacher, responds to Arjuna's despair, not with sympathy for his emotions, but with a clinical breakdown of reality. He tells Arjuna he is mourning for what is not worthy of grief. The physical body is just a decaying lump of matter. Instead, he introduces Aham Brahmasmi, the realization that you are spirit soul. Your existence is eternal, entirely distinct from the biological machine. Krishna is referred to here as Rishikesha, or the master of the senses. He teaches that the solution isn't to run from the senses like Vishvamitra, but to direct them toward a higher spiritual purpose. Self-realization requires stripping away every temporary bodily designation. It means using the human machine as it was intended, as a vehicle for service, rather than a tool for personal gratification. King Janaka provides the historical proof of this. He didn't hide in a forest, he ruled an entire kingdom. He achieved spiritual perfection by engaging in the world while remaining completely unattached to the material results. While Vishwamitra failed because he tried to suppress the machine, Janaka succeeded because he mastered it. He operated the vehicle without ever forgetting he was the driver. You are currently operating the rarest vehicle in the cosmos, but the time remaining in your current lease is decreasing every second. Recognize your nature as the eternal observer. Direct this biological machine towards its intended purpose before the body's time reaches its inevitable end.